Hello.
Happy Halloween! How are you?
If you can hear them, I'm wearing my little cloak. Oh, we're there.
How are you? I can't drink. I'm just going to get some of my... I got a cup of tea and I can't drink it. So how are we all doing?
Why would you leave?
Let's get us on there so we can see the chat.
Why would you leave?
We've got a bit of a problem now. We've not got enough people connecting through.
We've got technical issues, so I shall talk to you while he's doing that. So how are you all doing? What have you all been up to?
We've got a couple of people on. Hello, Julia.
I'm trying to see through these bloody holes. No one's saying anything. Can you see us? I think that might need a
Oh, very good, Matt Neeland. Evening, guys. Where's Mark's mask? Oh, dear me. Hi guys, Dith Dark Colonel checking in for a spooktacular evening. Yes, indeed, Roy. It is going to be a spooktacular evening.
I'm just going to spook off so I can have a sip of this tea.
Yeah, I want to break character now, do you? You can barely see you can barely see me actually in there on the old the bright screen. But I have put a little bit of effort in. Did my hair especially.
Why would you leave?
So professional. So if you're watching not live, it's about 8 minutes till we start the quiz. As you can see down there. My nose is coming out then. So we've got some fun stuff tonight. We've got loads of cool rounds, stuff we've not done before.
Yes.
And a mix of other things, which will be nice. I can tell we're going to get very hot very quick in these.
I think once we get to intro, it's going to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll not hear me properly either.
But on second thought, let's keep it on then.
Alright, it's Halloween. Don't get me doing my Mike Myers impression.
Groovy, baby, yeah.
No, that one. How are we doing on YouTube? Have we got people on YouTube? I can't see anybody commenting.
Oh, all the chats just come in.
Oh, it's all coming in at one go.
That's weird. Hey up, me ducks, says Charlie. Good evening to you. Berry, hello. We look lovely, thank you very much. You do try.
Matt, you're asking for it tonight.
Are you eating your hair, Mark, says Caroline.
Yeah, something like that.
Loving the hair boys from Sue. And Sarah says, hello, thought you guys were going to dress up. That's very kind of you, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, the chat's a little bit weird tonight. It's coming through a little bit odd.
Yeah, it just comes in batches to us.
It's a bit weird. We might have to do it through our phones. I have to see. This is twisting my nose. It's annoying me. There we go.
Let me leave everything up here so I don't get anything coming through. Take it all down.
About 5 or 6 minutes to go. Subtitles for Mark, please, says Sue. Emma Brooking, Mark is looking young tonight. The irony.
The insults so far are off the scale.
It's not treat. It's definitely a trick for you tonight. Hi, Crafty Craig. Yeah, we Mark purchased this mask for last year's Halloween at one of our actual real life quizzes.
Arrived a month late.
And
we didn't open it, obviously.
And it's supposed to be a White Walker from Game of Thrones. On the picture, it looked exactly like a White Walker.
And it also had a going down into the neck and all the way sort of like to around about here. Opened it up, I've been conned.
Yeah, you wouldn't purchase that for £5 at Home Bargains, would you? It's crap.
Especially not what I paid for it. Gee.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a lesson to you. If you buy masks online, buy it from a reputable source. It's twisted my nose, this mat. I don't like it.
No?
Bertie says, evening, something's different tonight. Can't put my finger on it.
Yes.
I'm really excited for tonight. We've spent all day, literally all day doing this.
And half of yesterday I was involved.
Yeah. Paul over on Twitch says, boo.
And boo to you too.
It scared me. Yeah, we are watching our comments on Twitch and YouTube. So if you're watching just on YouTube, you can comment on there if you want. Or on the Twitch.
This is getting a bit wet in here.
TMI. Get the old score grid up as well. Just so I can see what's going on. We've got a few teams in tonight. It's usually less than a Monday and a Friday, so that's nothing to worry about. Don't take this for the wrong way, but there's something fundamentally unscary about Northerners. You sound too friendly.
Oh, that's so funny.
Marcus changed his passing, that was it. That's the difference. No, we didn't spend all day on the masks. Good grief. I don't think someone spent 5 minutes on Mark's mask. It's crap.
Especially compared to what it should have been.
Yeah.
The original that it should have been looked absolutely brilliant.
Need a wax, says Andrea. Oh. Louisa just procrastinate from Bolton. The no-name pub are in. They've already put the score in. Have you done that?
I think the score might be in there in white.
Oh, is that right? It might have been, yeah. It shouldn't have been. I've got a thing that clears it all off. Good evening, Bev.
Good evening, Bev. Good evening, Andrea.
Copy and paste for Paul. Over on Twitch. This mask is so annoying. I don't know about yours.
It's getting really warm and hot in here.
Yeah.
I've got it on full face, that's the thing. You haven't.
I don't like when you look directly at me. It's weird. It's a bit. Mask gate has started already. It has. That's what we should have done for a mask. Just found a picture of a gate and cut it out and stuck it on your face.
Yes, mask gate.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? Mask.
Well, I've had my own pushing even further on Busgate. I'm writing the councillors a letter tomorrow.
Hello from the Cat's Whiskers. Hi,
Hello,
Claire.
Cat's Whiskers. Hello, Claire. I have to keep moving because otherwise I just look like I'm just doing nothing in this.
This cloak doesn't really look like a cloak on stream, so I'm going to take it off because
It's too warm.
it doesn't look like a cloak. It's just like I'm just wearing a towel. Which is essentially what a cloak is. A big
Bertie,
towel.
were you not here for Busgate on Monday?
Oh,
Yes, you were.
yes, he was. He's just trying to push your buttons.
He's trying to push my buttons, is he?
Yeah, trying to push your gate. So we've got about a minute before we start the intro. We're a little bit behind on our counter there.
Yes, and then we can spell to that. And then I want to do my little speechy thing at straight after.
Can you get my drink that's on the slide, please?
I pressed yours
Next to
up.
my bed.
Oh, you got a drink?
Yes. A little bit low energy this evening. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. The entire evening hinges on whatever gate is going to be swung into action, says Bertie. Damn right. A spooky portrait of a cock at midnight are in on the score grid.
Yes.
I was expecting baggy chicken masks. Yeah, if we could have done that, but we're not allowed out now. Thank you, Fiona. She says, hello, looking good, lads. So think about text. You can't tell if someone's being sarcastic or not, can you?
No.
Hmm.
I've got this stringy stuff everywhere.
It's called hair.
That isn't hair.
No.
Not in the slightest. Right, I think we're at 8 o'clock. I think
We'll give that a countdown anyway, so let people catch up and get in.
I have to.
Yep.
So, any plans for this weekend, folks?
Excuse me.
Indeed. Didn't even press your button.
I didn't have time. Ooh. Like Shaka Khan.
Chaka Khan.
Yeah.
Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan.
Paul on Twitch says, Alex, your mask is meant to cover your mouth and nose. Did you not read the memo from Boris? No, unfortunately not. Okay, let's get on to the intro.
To the intro. We'll go straight into the intro.
Get that up. Great. The button stopped working. Wonderful. Get that on there.
Yes.
Hmm.
So, Bertie, you're going to pull a pumpkin and sweets out for all the track and tracers. One thing with your pumpkins, just leave them out in your garden or take them into a green space. All the squirrels eat them. They'll just completely disappear.
Okay, right.
Enough of this. Let's
yes.
get on with it.
So there's no video of the week. We're going to go straight into the intro.
'Cause we like to play, don't you know? We won't go straight to the floor.
Sorry for the loud music there, guys.
Smashing the glass and then a stupid argument. Something they said and because he didn't like it. Even though that he hardly even knows you. Doesn't care 'cause he's barely even sober. Doesn't know what you're doing, what you're saying. Something's brewing in the air, you can feel it tonight. You're not alright. 'Cause when he's broken and bleeding, he speaks without speaking. He says he'll fight to defeat them.
You haven't gone back in time, guys. It is the 30th of October. It wasn't Mark paying attention. We are a little bit rushed today, sorry.
I speak, but I'm speechless. It happens every weekend. Happens every weekend. 'Cause we like to play, don't you know? We won't go straight to the floor. 'Cause we like to play, don't you know? We like to play, don't you know? We like to play, don't you know?
And all because it's Halloween. And the ghouls and the gremlins have gone at us and changed the numbers after I'd actually put the right date on.
Mm-hmm. So yes, it's not Friday the 21st. That's not a Halloween. There isn't a Friday the 21st, so I don't know how we managed that.
It was those ghouls and
Oh.
goblins.
Paul says, "Oh my God, it's more scary. You can get out of here, Paul."
Indeed, no, you can't. I shall be drinking a bottle of beer later, courtesy of Mr. Molyneux. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, just
Right.
because he supplied us with the fantastic drinks doesn't mean we should take it easy on him. I'm just saying that. And as thank you as always to our lovely friends Rats for their intro.
Indeed.
Right, what was on there? I'm very warm after all that mask wearing.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Thanks, Paul. Right.
Okay, shall I do the... I just wanted to... I'll do it right at the end, actually, what I was going to say.
Okay.
As long as I remember.
All right.
Okay, I'll do the intro to this, how this works.
Oh, Jade says, "Great rounds. Last quiz before I'm back at work on Monday after 8 months. Good grief."
Wow.
Ah.
It's been that for us.
No, well, we haven't really stopped working. Our work
No.
just changed its course.
Yes.
Joe says, "What? WTF? Please take those masks off. How dare you? Blarina, how dare you?"
I'm actually more surprised with Joe actually putting WTF.
Matt says, "I'll put them back on." You right? That's quick. Quiz is over, guys. Thanks for
Shall we just go?
Yeah, thanks for playing. See you later. Post quiz.
No.
There we go. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So
Round number 1 is slight change from normal. We're going back to It Begins With. And this week, it begins with Halloween.
Okay, so the way this works is each of those letters of the word Halloween corresponds to the first letter of an answer. They're not in order.
No, they're not in order, and there is only 9 of them, since there's only 9 letters to Halloween. Also, it might have the usual preceding these or theirs, depending on which part of the country you're from.
Yeah, so Paul's saying that on Twitch. No, as we always do, the is not going to be included in the answer.
Yeah, it might. The answer might normally have the word "the" in front of it, but you completely discount that.
Sarah, these begin with either H, A, L, or L, or O, or W, or 2 E's, or 1 N. So
Yes.
they begin with any of those letters. They all get used once.
They all get used once, but they're in a mixed up order. So you might want to write that down on your piece of paper and then cross them off as you think you've got them. And because some of them are options, and you might need to work it out by crossing out the ones you've already got.
Sarah says, what do these begin with? And Julie replied, the. Okay, I don't know. What do you want to do? You picked all these, so...
I'll do evens.
All right. Question number 1. In fiction, what is the last name of cannibal Dr. Hannibal?
And then cross that letter off your Halloween letters.
If you want to.
Just so you can work out when you've got some optional ones.
That t-shirt reminds me of something out of Tron.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Mm.
I just thought it was slightly spooky.
Spooky.
Spooky. If that's the term.
Mm.
Question 2. What does Ollivanders sell in Diagon Alley?
Don't forget, none of these answers, even if they are blindingly obvious, don't put any clues in the chat, as always.
Yes, please.
Paul got 1. Woo! There's only been 2 questions asked, so doing all right. You got 50%.
Bertie, it's Hannibal who works at the local kebab shop.
Mm. Oh, Hannibal Buress, the comedian.
It's just being
I know.
sarcastic. I'm being sarcastic back.
So was I.
Yes. Question number 3.
Number 3. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, which part of a newt is added to the witch's brew? So in Shakespeare's Macbeth, which part of a newt is added to the witch's brew?
Newt!
Yeah, like Monty Python. She turned me into a newt. I got better.
Trust me. Right, this is where your options come into it.
Not as far as I can throw you.
And it's a long one. So I'm going to read straight from the screen, sheet rather than from the screen. Look at the camera. Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson is set in which city? Is it London, Oxford, or Harrogate? So those are your 3 options, London, Oxford, or Harrogate. If you haven't got a clue, you might be able to eliminate some of those because of your other answers. You've got music going in the background. Or is it just me thinking it? I'm just going mental.
Paul got it. She's a witch. Burn her. What else? Floats. Small rocks.
We didn't burn him.
That's League of Gentlemen.
I know, but it was burn. She's a bit of a witch. Well, I thought it was funny.
Question number 5. Number 5. Which 1990 comedy horror film had the tagline 8 legs, 2 fangs, and an attitude?
I'm glad you read that out because I read that as an altitude.
Sarah says, you okay, Mark? Absolutely not.
No, not at the moment.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hello, Suzanne. No, it's been a bit of a weird one this week, hasn't it? Question number 6. Damien Thorne is the protagonist in which horror film series? I can definitely hear music from somewhere. Very faint, but in the background.
Unless you've got yours on upstairs.
No?
Then there is no music.
Spooky.
Indeed. Yes, our names I forgot to put up.
I decided the names this time. I was going to be Van Helsing, and he is Dracula.
Well,
That isn't what we agreed on.
I know, but it's funnier.
It's not funnier.
Yeah, it is.
I always get the girly names. It's not fun. It's not right. Anyway, it's too small. They can't read it. Ha ha.
It says Gomez under me and Morticia under him. Or her.
It really is going to turn into Halloween for you in a minute at this rate.
Number 7. In Bewitched, what did Samantha twitch to cast a spell?
You really set me up with that. Because I thought I'd be the heroic Van Helsing. He agreed.
I did agree, yeah. And then changed my mind. Executive decision.
Oh, not on, is it? Well, the comments have stopped again. They'll probably come in all in one go again.
Give it a quick refresh just in case.
No, it's gone a bit weird.
It's all gone a bit Pete Tong. There we go.
That's bad. So that was 7. Here comes number 8.
Alright.
In Bewitched.
No. That's the question that just appeared on the screen.
Okay. I'm on the wrong one, aren't I? Number 8. What was the name of the final Harry Potter film that was released in July 2011?
Bev says no one talking.
No.
No. Charlie's with that hashtag late name change gate. Who did Bewitch blame it on?
The Boogie.
Oh dear.
And coming up finally is your 9th question.
Number 9. Which 1974 horror film was the first ever of its genre to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar? So which 1974 horror film was the first ever of its genre to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar? Again, if you don't know it, then work through what letters have already been and you can try and work it out that way.
It's weird, isn't it? Because the horror films started way back in the 30s, if not the 20s, and yet it took to the mid 70s before they got an Oscar nomination.
It's like sci-fi, they were always snubbed.
Yes.
We're a little bit cut off on that side. I'm going to very quickly just see if I can change that a little bit.
He's playing again.
Just because I'm cut off, that's all. If I tilt it... Whoa!
That's wrong way.
Whoa! Oh no! You can see our background.
You've got to be a bit more to the right.
There we go. I might just have to keep it like
We'll
that.
just move over.
It's fine.
There you go.
You try and be technical. It just doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, you're giving our secrets away.
Yeah. What? There's a room behind us. Okay, so that was your 9 questions.
Right. There we go. If you do want to help us out, it is paypal.me/quiz. Actually, it does make a difference to us. On Monday, a good few of you gave us that £2. It did make a big difference to us, so thank you for that. Particularly as we've had a lot of expenditure over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think what was it, 27 people donated.
Yeah, compared to 12 the week before.
Oh, I've got a hair on my neck. I've got the purple hairs. Okay, let's get the
Your girlfriend will be questioning you. I think we might end up watching the whole of Lovecraft Country tonight.
Yeah, it's
so
addictive.
There's only about 3 left. We got.
Do I get a bonus point for noticing the answer initial letter spell a word? No, Charlie.
That is the point.
That is the point.
I have really, really got suckered into Once Upon a Time. The more it goes on, the more intricate the plot becomes.
Sorry, Sarah. It was the purple-haired woman. I don't know. I'll never wear that again. It was too hot. We do that at quizzes as well. At Christmas, we always tend to wear a fancy dress, and we abandon that idea about 15 minutes into the quiz because we're already sweating buckets. I dressed up as an elf one year though, and that wasn't too bad. I borrowed my girlfriend's tights, so I actually didn't. I didn't get too
much information.
I didn't get too hot. Yeah, you get 10 points for guessing the word. No, you don't. No. That rounds out of a total of 18 points. We should have put a bonus question in there, but we didn't. So there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Virgie says, borrowed my girlfriend's tights. Yes, Alex, we believe you. Well,
We are in Brighton.
It was Bertie. Actually, I think for Christmas I might dress up in my elf outfit.
No, we could do.
That means-
In here, it's not going to last very long.
No, that means it's also red and green, so I'd actually blend into the background, if anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to see. I did ask to borrow them, Sarah. Don't be saying these sort of things.
Did he not, Sarah? I can believe that.
Good grief.
He keeps telling me that these women's clothing he's wearing around the house is what he's borrowed off you. Clearly, he's just taking them.
Gotta stretch them out. I was going to say something else, then I won't.
Bertie, that's rude.
I might spill a bit of Guinness on them, maybe. I don't know. 17 minutes past. We're going to give it 3 minutes, and then we'll kick off with the next round.
Well, the other round's a bit longer, so give it.
You got a big hair
2
on your
minutes.
forehead. No, you're not anywhere near it now. There you go. Not that any of you could see it on the camera, so it wasn't worth you mentioning, but I just thought I would. Yeah, the next couple of rounds. The round number 2, that one is a timed round, and round number 3 is just a picture round.
Sarah's responded at the fact that did he stretch her tights? No, he's got tiny little legs. And then Bertie added like E.T. I like it. They're having a go at you tonight.
Recently, I've been getting a pain where I sit down. I think it's because as much as I hate to keep talking about it, it is because of the weight I've gained. Because I never used to get this pain sitting down.
Yeah, we've decided you've got purple hair there.
Purple hair. Whoops. Yeah, I'm having trouble sitting down. So if I'm a bit overly fidgety tonight, guys, I am really sorry.
Right, let's go. With the answers.
With the answers.
Let's do the answers.
Okay. Let's put it up to there then. And we'll do that. And we'll save that. And we'll press that. And we will do the answers. Okay, so once again, these are all worth 2 points each, and you can cross off the letters once you've seen the answers if you want to. Makes it any easier for you. Okay.
Has anybody else lost us on Facebook?
Lost you no picture or sound, says Kathy. Ooh. A quick check on there. No, we do seem to come through live, I think. Overly fidgety, recognised medical condition. Indeed. Facebook's all good, says Charlie Graham.
Okay, thank you.
It might be just a case of you, well...
Caching or just a glitch on your whatever it is.
Right.
I can't think of the word now.
Okay, feed. Right. Off we go with the answers then. AKA piles. It's not piles, I'm just overly fidgety. Because in my chest.
I do like that background.
I found it years ago and I didn't realise it did it until someone pointed it out at a quiz.
Yeah.
I had it in as a question. Okay, so again, these are all 2 points each, so a total of 18 points for this round. You doing the answers to this?
I won't, can do. So, it's Dr. Hannibal Lecter. We haven't got any Chianti, have we?
No.
No. So that is one of the L's gone. In Ollivanders, they sell wands. Played by the wonderful John Hurt. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, it is eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's legs and owlet's wing.
We haven't got that written down, honestly. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was set in London.
Although Harrogate's not too much of a stretch, because you think about when Dracula came to England, he landed in Morecambe, of all the places.
Near Whitby.
Yeah, Whitby, but it's
It's the wrong side of the country, Alex.
I'm just trying to. Okay, whatever. Get on with it.
8 legs, 2 fangs, and an altitude.
Attitude.
Well, that's you. Arachnophobia.
I reckon it does begin with L, though. No. But Halloween begins with H. The man in the background's going to give me nightmares tonight.
That is
Norman Bates.
Norman Bates from Psycho. Number 6, Damien Thorne is the protagonist in The Omen. So that's an O.
Anthony Perkins is Norman Bates, indeed.
No bonus points. You've been naughty. Number 7, Bewitched. Samantha twitches her nose. Her nose. There's your N.
I like Julie just replied to Charlie, just no.
No.
Thanks.
Number 8. So. Oh, it went wrong way round. Damn. It's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. If you didn't give me the Part 2, are we giving them any points at all?
You can have 1 point.
You can have 1 point if you didn't give me Part 2, but you needed to put Part 2. And the gremlins kicked in.
What's going on? Omen time 822, Kathy Clark says. I've got no idea what that means, Kathy Clark, unfortunately. If you've got a problem, you might have to type it again because I'm not sure what you mean.
And the first horror film to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar was The Exorcist. So there was your E. E.
All mixed up. No, nose? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Kathy. I'm sorry. If you do find it easier, you can also talk to us on the YouTube. We will look at all the comments like that as well. So if you can't talk to us through Facebook, we will translate and put it through YouTube as well. Exorcist. Yeah. Good spelling there.
I've made a living out of bad spelling. What
You
can
can
I
tell
say?
you made the round, can't you? Bloody hell. On the YouTube.
Yes, let's put the normal. We're on to the next bit now, aren't we?
Oh.
Yes. I did it as a complete brand new one.
Wow, that's silly, isn't it? Right. So again, this one is a timed round.
So you're going to get 1 minute and 1 minute only for each question. We've mixed up something new. Something old.
Kathy Clark says, what's going on? I've got no idea, Kathy, unfortunately.
Who's behind the mask?
Behind the mask. Sorry if that was a bit loud, guys. Kane says it's the dyslexicist. That's very good. I like that.
And then she spelled, saying dyslexicist, she actually spelled Kane wrong.
Oh, well. Easy mistake to make, I guess.
Okay.
Right. So, again, you're going to see a face. It's going to be behind a badly photoshopped mask. All you have to do is tell me the person behind the mask, point for first name, point for surname, unless they go by a single name, such as Rihanna.
We're being told it was still loud, but it's Halloween. You're meant to be frightened.
I will make sure it's turned down for you in future. Sorry about that, guys.
But this one we might need to turn it up because it's quite quiet.
Is it?
Mm.
Oh, I'll look at the bar at the bottom. Okay, here we go. Here's your first one.
Who is that?
No, I think the audio's just fine on that one. I can always work this one. Deaf, not frightened, says Julia.
Pardon, Julia?
Has anyone told them that Halloween is tomorrow? Actually, it's on the 21st, according to Mark.
Shut up.
Kathy says she's already on the questions. Kathy, you might have to go back in and refresh because you might be really, really behind. One second.
It's 8 seconds now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Let your team captains know.
1 minute's too long, says Blarina. Normally we would agree, but we've been told that 30 seconds is quite hard for larger teams to all be at the same time. So to make it a little bit
And
easier.
also, some of them are more tricky than others.
Yes. Okay, so the person we were looking for there, point for first name, point for surname, was of course Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey for number 1. All right, let's move on to number 2. This one's slightly harder, a bit less known. Here we go, here's number 2.
Who is that?
Kathy Clatchis is watching on YouTube and Facebook. I'm not sure why you're having that problem then, Kathy, unfortunately. She says, have you tried 31 seconds? That's very loud. What are you doing? Give it a Mars bar.
Yes.
Right. 45 seconds to compromise. Next time we'll have 45 seconds in. But that wouldn't work because we specifically made this music for 1 minute, but... Yeah. "44 seconds," says Bertie. Even better.
44 is a good number.
Is it?
Hmm.
Aye, aye, says Sarah.
Compromise is 10 letters. Not 44 seconds.
Charlie Grant is Googling 45-second music for us. Make sure it's not copyright protected, otherwise
Yeah.
we'll be screwed. Kathy, I'm not sure why you're ahead on questions. You might just have an internet problem.
Or it could be the rest of your team that need to drop out to rejoin the stream to be back at the same level that you're at.
All right, so number 2, that is comedian and actress Sarah Pascoe. Sarah Pascoe for number 2.
Does she collect 200?
That's quite good. Okay, I like that. Moving on, number 3. Ed Sheeran songs are 45 seconds, says Bertie. Well, that's as long as I can stand them for. Number 3, here we go.
Ooh, who is this?
It's a person with a skull. It's not a minion masquerading, no.
It's coming off because it's doing my head in. It really, just looking out of one eye, it really does your head in. And that's what it is.
It's a strong bow.
Oh, you can't really see it properly there. There you go.
Your hand looks really weird. It looks almost like
That's
a
because
cartoon.
the lights that we've got shining at.
Yeah.
One of the bright lights we've got shining at us.
Mark, how was your depth perception, said Paul. I should have tested it, shouldn't I, really? You got about 25 seconds to go.
You'll be sorting out depths in a minute. We'll push you off the pier. Oh, it's really weird now.
Is there a theme for this round other than photos of celebs with clip art stuck on their face?
No.
That's literally what it is. I thought it'd be a nice, fun idea.
Dressing people up with masks.
Yes, don't poo-poo my idea. Masks were your idea in the first place, Bertie. Okay, collate your answer with your team captains and the rest of your team. And we'll reveal the answer. That is presidential hopeful Mr. Joe Biden. Joe Biden for number 3. Alright, here we go, number 4.
Bertie, we admitted this was a round that was photos of celebs with
Poor photoshops.
photoshops stuck on their faces.
Trump saw your Facebook advert earlier and said he's taking your site down because you used a likeness of him and of the moon, and he owns it apparently. Ah.
Yes.
Okay, here's number 4.
Hi Joe, we can see you. Who is that? Actually, you got that mask on really well there. I like that.
Half think that while these were being made, Clippy the Paperclip popped up saying, looks like you're making a mask-based round for a pub quiz.
No, it says, do you want to track and trace?
Ah.
Clippy the paperclip.
Only joking, guys, loving it so far, says Bertie. I know. You wouldn't joke if you didn't like it. You wouldn't be here, would you?
We've got Discovery to watch as well. So if we watch all of Lovecraft tonight, then next Friday we can start Discovery.
I bloody would, said Bertie.
It was what? I've lost the track.
He'd stay even if he didn't like it. Also loving it so far, says Charlie. Thank you very much.
Apparently that's the space underneath Charlie's head.
Right. That's the way that we see it. All right. And Joe says, I can only say it's not David Beckham.
It's going to be so
That's
funny
correct.
if it is.
Yeah, imagine if it wasn't. Right, number 4, that is Lionel Messi. As long as you've got Messi, that's all that matters, because he's only known as Messi normally, isn't he? So, as long as you've got Messi, that's absolutely fine.
You're just messing around now.
I am. Number 5.
Tax.
Tax.
Same tax to Messi. He gets frightened.
Right. Number 5. Who's this? Oh, a little bit tricky, that one. Kathy's way ahead in questions.
All I can say, Kathy, is if you're ahead of the rest of your team, your team needs to drop out and come back in again to try and catch up into the stream where you're at. They're obviously behind the stream if you're ahead.
Charlie Grant says Messi looks scary without the mask.
That's quite true, actually, yes.
What do you think, though? Because there are a lot of like just genuinely quite ugly footballers, but I think he just looks like a regular person. If he wasn't the sports star, you wouldn't know him from Adam, would you?
Will you stop picking on Rooney? You've got that restraining order as it is.
I think you mean Shrek. Some of you may have noticed that the numbers that we took are directly copied from our Jonathan round, with just a different shape. They work.
Stop giving away our trade secrets.
Very chic mask, says Joe. I like that one, but it does actually obscure the faces more than I thought it did.
No, I thought it was a good one to do for this because I'm pretty sure you all do know who this is.
And the person we were looking for, point for first name, point for surname, was Mr. Paddy McGuinness. Paddy McGuinness, number 5.
Anybody else want to comment?
Other than Bertie and Charlie, it seems.
It's Bertie, Charlie, Joe, and Kathy.
Kathy, who's having a few
And
problems.
Kathy's basically just copy and pasted. I'm way ahead in question. And she just keeps hitting paste.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Who is this?
Oh, I like this one.
Oh, Charlie Grant says Adam's just been on. Apparently you're not allowed to say no from Adam without paying royalties. Darn it! How could I not know who that was, says Sue Lawrence. It was a tricky one. It was definitely a trickier one.
How are you doing with this one? Are you liking this one?
Bertie says it's okay, the others will get a word in when I get blocked again. And I'll be the one doing it.
Can I?
I don't think we can block people on our channel. Let's see if I can.
You can actually.
But I won't. I'm a benevolent god.
God.
Not the god.
That's a woman, apparently. And when it speaks, it comes out with a very high-pitched voice.
Alright, so that's your time. Get your answers collated to your captains or finalised on your sheets.
And number 6 is my favourite TV presenter. It is the very wonderful Mrs. Emma Willis. Married to Charlie Willis from Busted, I think. It's Busted or McFly or one of those. I think it's Busted. Charlie Grant will no doubt tell me which one it is.
Moving on, number 7. Who's this?
Who's this?
Who's this? Kathy Clark says, Mark, everything is out. I'm seeing the Harry Potter question. Mother of Bruce Willis, says Bertie. No, it's not. Charlie Simpson. No, Sarah, that's not right.
It is it's Charlie Willis.
No, Matt Willis.
Oh, it's Matt Willis, is it?
Sarah's just being a troll.
Oh, no, because I said Charlie Willis. It's Matt Willis from Busted.
Right.
We got there in the end.
Good grief.
See, I'm not interested in him. I just think she's a really, really good presenter.
It's very dismissive.
Well, I never listened to their music, so I wouldn't know.
Matt Willis was in Busted, says Charlie Grant. Thank you to our resident researcher.
Whereas the Rolling Stones got busted quite often.
Jesus, Joe, that's a strong
Yeah,
opinion.
Joe's got the language coming out tonight. Have you been on the juice, darling? Have you been on the wine?
Sorry, Sarah, I wasn't with you on that one. Alright, number 7 is the most annoying man in the world. It is Jeremy Clarkson. I don't know who Charlie Willis is, Joe. I don't think they exist. So Jeremy Clarkson for number 7. Alright, moving on, number 8.
I'm getting mixed up with these boy band things. I don't tend to watch it.
They all sound the same. Number 8. Who's that?
Speaking of bands, the new single by Tom Lumley is going to be played on Sunday on Radio 1. That means their first 4 singles now have been played on Radio 1, which is absolute brilliant news for me, I think.
Mark always says the wonderful when he fancies someone.
Oh, if only you knew.
Oh, Bertie says, what are you talking about, Willis? We were, briefly. Just someone he doesn't, says Bertie. He would never call you the wonderful Bertie, unfortunately, does he? The wonderful Bertie B. Alright, so that's your time up. Charlie Willis was Charity Dingle's solicitor in Emmerdale. What the hell, Charlie?
Right, this one. This is the weird one, because it actually gets scarier when you take the mask off. Told you.
Nobody's ever called me wonderful, says Bertie. Aw, that's sad. Also, I can understand. Number 9.
He's on fire tonight, isn't he?
Number 9. Who in the world is this?
Oh.
Need to put some money in on the meter. Now that was a forehead. Yeah, it was, Paul. A 5-head, you might call it. Luna says, why would they when your name is Bertie? It's a good point. Number 9 is Matt Willis, says Sarah. Yeah, if you think Sarah's right, you go with that. If I get 9 wrong, I'm going to chuck a chair, says Bertie. I'm not a wrestler.
Chuck a chair, chuck a chair, chuck a chair.
That's what we call a callback. Don't call me Bertie either. Bertie, you're wonderful, but not in the way Mark would use it, says Kelly Jones. Indeed. Ow, I just hurt my toe doing that. Ooh. Okay, number 9 is, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio. Hashtag ChuckaChairgate, says Joe. Did you get it right, Bertie? Let's hope you did. And finally, number 10.
Who is this?
There's a reference to a TV quiz that was on 6 PM on BBC 2 aired yesterday. We don't know of any of those. We're not legally allowed to acknowledge them.
No, there are other TV programmes available.
Yes, not that we would ever endorse them, because they don't endorse us.
No, Zoe Ball did once. Her mum came down to one of our quizzes at the station. Didn't know who she was. And apparently the following day, I didn't hear it myself, but got told about it the following day. Zoe was talking about our quiz on Radio 2.
Ah. Sarah says that's Mrs. Matt Willis. I wanted to use this mask for more people, but I thought I'd vary the masks a little bit. So Paul endorsed you, something fat boy, says Bertie. You wonder why no one calls you wonderful, eh? Alright, number 10.
He just wonders why. Because he's full of... Moving on.
Number 10. Oh, grief. That's, of course, Adele. Adele. A single laptop. Adele.
Yes, we did that one.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
People thought it was funny, but my idea. I think I should do some more of those weird ones.
Okay, to give yourselves a mark out of 20 for those, don't forget that Messi will get you 1 point as well as Adele. You need to put Adkins. Adele's surname is Adkins, Bertie.
Don't say that. That's another question in the database.
We've had it before.
Have we done it before?
Yes.
All right. Suzanne has put the... seeing that Adele is on the screen, Suzanne has put the wonderful... Being the first person to put her score in, gave us the wonderful 19.
Very good.
Which was one of Adele's albums.
Indeed. Right. Okay. Boop.
So we need to go through that. Yeah.
Bertie has learnt something tonight, says Bertie in the third person. Alex is happy that you have. Okay. So this one is round number 3.
A mixture of something you know and something that's new.
Indeed. Okay.
So let's take us out the screen.
Let's do that then. Here we go. It is Spooky Movies.
A movie round of 2 parts. Odds and evens.
Indeed. So, it's a mix between movie invisibles and movie posters.
So posters and fleshless.
Indeed. And they all have a general Halloween spooky theme. They're not... Some of them aren't what you would call the archetype of regular horror. Some might be comedy or things that will just be played...
But they've got a link into that side of things.
Or will be played around Halloween, even if it's just for kids. Okay. So this one, there are no recaps. There is a recap for this one, so it's not going to be a minute long. It's just a regular question and answer one. Okay.
Posters and fleshlights.
Good
Move
grief.
on.
Right, number 1. This one's from 1988. Name the film. You haven't misheard, Bertie. You did exactly what you meant to do.
This is true.
So from 1988, what's the name of that film? And again, we'll be doing recaps of this one. So if you do miss any of these, they will be played during the break.
We've soon got to here, haven't we?
I was probably because round number 2 was all 30 seconds.
But we want to give a bit longer anyway on the recap for this one. Just give people more time. Okay, on to number 2. Number 2, name the film.
Oh, it says number 1 at the bottom, but it is number 2. Sorry about that. It's my mistake.
That's number 2, even though it says number 1.
Indeed. I can actually just change that one very quickly. They all do. Oops, a daisy.
You have to change it on the recap. No, you want on recap. Oh yeah, you will. You need to change it on them all.
There we go, look. Nothing happened, guys. It's fine.
Can you do the recap while we're looking at this?
Possibly.
Because we're going to give you a bit longer on the recap anyway, so we might do this a little quicker.
I don't think Mark knows. I don't know. I'm not going to... No. So number 2, 2019, that's the poster rather than invisible. So the odds going to be the movie Invisibles, pretty much.
Yes.
And the evens will be the posters.
Number 3.
Number 3, this one is from 1997.
Do you know what that film is?
Do you?
Do you? Do you?
Do
So,
you?
I do like the background you've got for this one.
Thank you.
It's quite nicely spooky. And now going on to number 4. Number 4.
From all the way back in 1922. Charlie Man says, yes, I do know what film that is. Good. Make sure you write it on your answer sheet. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the official poster for this because they didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
It was a big playbill, it wasn't a poster.
On Monday, we'll be revealing we've got a quiz night special coming up with a particular link to Brighton.
I know 4 because of the Fast Show. Yes. And now you've said it, I can see it in my mind as well. Alright, moving on. Number 5. This one is from 1994. Yes. Well remembered me. Before manicures were a thing, says Charlie, yes.
Just have a look what you've got.
Yeah. Just going to quickly change the numbers just on the other one. While we're doing that,
We go to number 6. Number 6. Oh, I like this one.
From 1976.
1976. This was probably the first horror film that actually terrified me to watch it.
they've done that one.
I was going to, when we were working out what we were going to do for all these films, I was going to choose Sybil, which isn't technically a horror film, but it's quite horrific. But Alex said he'd never seen it before, and if Alex has never seen a film, then we weren't going to include it. But it's a great film. It has Sally Field playing the lead character, and the Tears for Fears album, Songs from the Big Chair, is based on that film.
Kathy Clark says, sorry guys, you are so out of sync tonight. I've already done Harry Potter question. You're on round 2. Are you Lisa Stansfield and Mark tonight? Comedy Central way ahead of you.
I'm completely lost on what you're saying, Kathy.
I've got no idea what you're talking about, Kathy, unfortunately. If I really wish we could help, but nobody else seems to be having the same problem as you, so unfortunately we can't narrow it down. Number 7. This is from a seminal 80s film.
Just to put it in perspective, Kathy, we're responding to this at the point you're actually seeing number 7 on round 3. So I don't know if there's anything else is weirdly out, but that's where we're up to.
Well, that's just the way it is tonight. There's nothing we can do, unfortunately. We're not... There we go. Replying as quickly as I saw your comment there, Kathy. Nothing else we can do.
On to number 8.
This one's another poster.
Which film?
From 1966. Charlie Grant says, talking of Lisa Stansfield...
Wait, can we stop this?
Talking to Lisa Stansfield, apparently she's contacted Annie Nightingale to say she went to school with Mark Stack, and how come Annie didn't mention her in her book?
I saw the review for Annie's book that the Daily Mail had put out. They were literally berating Annie for the fact that she didn't give them any tasty gossip to talk about. They were expecting loads of exposés on Jimmy Savile and stuff, and she just went with the music. She talked about the music, not individuals at Radio 1. And they literally spent a third of their article ripping into her for not giving them tasty gossip to spread. There you go. Kathy, in all honesty, we just don't understand exactly what your problem is more than anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can't understand where you're not with us, if that makes sense. Let's drop that. I shouldn't have mentioned it in the first place.
Number 9. Mark reads a Daily Mail, says Kelly Jones.
No, so someone had tweeted it because it was and put Annie's name against it, so I saw it.
I mean, it is useful if you run out of toilet paper. Number 9.
We shouldn't say these things, it might get us into trouble. Number 9.
From 1980.
Great film.
Mark reads, says Charlie Grant. Yeah, unfortunately, Kathy seems to be in sync with comments, but not on the video she's watching elsewhere. So I'm honestly unsure how we can help you, Kathy.
It could be that you're maybe listening on Facebook and watching on YouTube, because Facebook has a delay, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
No, Kelly, we don't like naughty things.
Well, you can say it, we can't. Yeah, Paul on Twitch said if you do want to try using Twitch rather than Facebook or YouTube, as I said, we're not quite sure your setup, so we can't really help you too much.
You're pretty much going to know this one, number 9, definitely.
Paul said it's a bad round for us. Oh, I thought it was fairly easy, but that's me being a movie buff, so I do apologise if this round is overly hard. That's not the intention.
We're trying to make it easier after the comments on Monday.
Yeah, it's not the intention at all to make it hard for you. And finally, number 10, the poster of this one, from a film released in 1982.
1982?
1982. Sarah says, I think this might be the first quiz we get 4 marks on, so it swings and roundabouts tonight.
Yeah.
Bev says, I worked in IT, loved saying that. You turn it off and on again.
When I was working for the council, back in the days when it was basically moving from dumb terminals to PCs, and one of the actual line managers fairly high up, rang me down because her mouse wasn't working. And she literally went to me, see, it's not doing anything. She was moving a mouse in the air, expecting it to move. True story.
I remember one time my granddad called me for a bit of tech support. He managed to delete his mouse pointer. Not delete the mouse, because that's easily done, because you can unplug it. He deleted the mouse pointer. I don't know how you do that. Here's an Ocado ad, says Bertie, and Charlie said, no, Bertie, that would be they're late.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, so that's your 10. We're going to put it on recap.
Did you do that?
Yes, I thought it looked better.
Okay, I like it.
You like what I did with that? Good. PayPal is back up on the screen if you would like to help us out. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
Indeed. Recap. Here it is. I'll pop a little bit of music on as well, as we like to do.
I'm thinking of going back to music next Monday.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think we should give it a try.
No, we're on thin ice as it is.
We've not had anything for months.
Yeah,
now.
but we've won 2 times on Facebook. I think it's a 3 strikes and you're out kind of thing. Here's a working from a home trick of your work monitors, whether you're working. Wear a jumper with big pockets, put the mouse in your pocket and then get on with something else. No idea. This is a hard round if, like me, you don't like horror movies.
Well, it was sort of going to be in there, wasn't it, really? Because we did say it was going to be at Halloween, and that is a lot of films.
Joe says, as this seems to become a help desk, can I ask how I can open a packet of fish sticks? The plastic peel apart thing is so short. And Julie has replied with a massive knife.
Massive knife. That's good for Horror Week, isn't it?
So again, I do apologise if this round is overly hard for you. It's never our intention to make a difficult quiz. We'd like to make a quiz that's challenging but fair. If you've missed the mark, we can only apologise.
Because you actually turned around to me and you said you thought there'd be a few teams that get full marks this week. Obviously not.
We'll see. We'll have to see. But for Monday, we'll go for a bit more academic rounds. We're very heavy on the pop culture tonight, so Monday will be a bit more of the traditional questions.
Charlie's liking the round. Bertie's got his hammer out.
Charlie Grant says it's a fab round, so thank you very much, Charlie. Again, Charlie is probably a bigger movie nerd than I am, since he's watched a movie every night since the beginning of lockdown, which is more than I've done. No one talked to us on YouTube at all tonight, which is a bit weird.
We did have a few technical issues this morning because it took Alex nearly 2 hours to get connected to the server. I could get connected to it, but you couldn't for some strange reason.
Yeah, that's the server we store all of our questions, all the media, and all the stuff we use for broadcasting us online. So it was quite tricky.
Because basically that way we can both see it.
Joe says, I'll explore those options. Thanks, guys. Please be careful with a hammer and a knife. Bev,
Hey, Bev! Hello on YouTube. Thank you very much for commenting.
that was very loud. Very excited, weren't you?
I'm an excitable person. How are we on time?
Bev says, is that better? Don't feel so lonely. We'll give you another... We'll go through to 10, I think. It's
Okay.
5-2 now, so we've got plenty of time. In fact, we will probably end a little bit early tonight.
Will we?
Oh, I think so.
I mean, we did allow for extra time on this recap anyway, didn't we?
Ooh, Charlie's at 229 days in a row so far. Hashtag Lockdown Film Fest.
I just had a quick nosy.
Yeah, Q2 isn't a remake of Face Off, no. Paul on Twitch says, that's not a knife. That's a spoon. I see you've played knifey spoony before.
Yes. And just had a quick nosy at the PayPal. Thank you to the 3 people who've donated so far. Thank you.
Charlie Grant on YouTube says, hey up, I'm here to keep Beth company.
Oh dear. Bev's gone.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye, Beth. No, she's not gone. But support us on 3 different platforms. That's very good. So Grant, there is no spoon. Indeed. It's not you that bends. Very good. Yeah, we'll get that going through to 10, I think. So we're at 4 minutes and 9, so there's no dinging yet, it seems. Use a spork, it's said. Instead, sorry, says Julie. The idea of sporks just annoy me. They're neither a good fork nor a good spoon.
Are they not?
No.
Good if you go to Glastonbury, yeah. And it's less to take. But if you lose it, you're knackered then completely, aren't you? Sorry, I'm just
Yeah, that derailed a lot, didn't it? Okay.
I think it's time for the answers.
Alanis Morissette is still looking for a knife. Isn't that ironic?
There you go.
Alright, let's go through with the answers. What's going on? Totally out of it, says Kathy Clark. No idea. I've got a noon. It's just a sharp spoon. I like that. Yes. Okay, so once again, these are all worth 2 points for all these correct answers. Ah, dear.
Spooky movies. We should have had some spooky music.
Julie says to Kathy, do you need an ambulance? No idea. Okay, here we go.
I'm still not happy being Morticia.
You mortified. Number 1 from 1988. That was Tim Burton's classic Beetlejuice.
See, I wouldn't have minded if you'd given me Uncle Fester, at least.
That would have been funnier, admittedly. No, actually, it would have been funnier. No, you're Morticia. So Beetlejuice for number 1. Number 2, that was the sequel. Well, not the sequel, but the spiritual successor to Jordan Peele's fantastic first film, Get Out. That one is Us. Us for number 2. Didn't think it was as good as Get Out, but it was still a good film. So that was Us for number 2. Number 3, that one from 1997 was Men in Black. Men in Black for number 3.
You can see Will Smith, can't you?
You can see Will Smith really as soon as you look at it. You just see him behind. Number 4. That was Nosferatu from 1922. So F.W. Murnau's Nosferatu.
For those of you in Brighton, it's not really drag, it's virtually cabaret, but there's a guy called Joe Black who's really worth seeing. And he also, as part of his stage act, his partner, Alan, something Cheverington, I forget his first name. He comes on as Nosferatu. He's absolutely stunning with it. So if you are in the Brighton area and you do get a chance to see Joe Black, go and see him. He's great.
But he says met Joe Black, very good.
But with Joe Black, it's a case of don't go if you're going to be upset. It's a bit of a risque show.
On another tangent, I like the film Meet Joe Black. It's very good.
Yeah, it's a very good film.
Number 5, that one from 1994, is The Mask. Kathy, just come online, been out of the quiz for half an hour ahead of you. And unfortunately, Kathy, no one else seems to have any of these problems that you're having, which is why we can't help you.
What I don't get is how Kathy's ahead of us. Which is a bit weird.
So yeah, number 5 was The Mask. Number 6, that was a Stephen King classic. It was Carrie. It's also the first book he wrote, published.
Yes.
Also weird that Brian De Palma directed it. It just seems quite odd.
Yeah, and then at the end of the film, she moves house because she doesn't live there anymore.
Number 7 from 1987. That is Kiefer Sutherland in The Lost Boys.
That is a tricky one.
The Lost Boys, number 7.
That is a tricky one. I must admit, I wouldn't have got that one.
Sarah says you might be watching. Well, if you're watching the right video, then I don't know. Possibly could be watching an old one, but talking to us on this one, which I don't get.
No, you couldn't do that.
Number 8.
Infamy. No, that's the wrong one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Carry On Caesar, isn't it?
I don't know. The wrong one. Cleopatra is that one.
Kathy has apparently invented time travel, so I'll ask her to get tomorrow's lotto numbers.
Well, I don't get it. She says she's ahead of us. I don't know if she's ahead of me and Alex.
I don't know. Very quickly, just going to make sure it doesn't do that. There we go. Yeah. So number 8 was 1996's Carry On Screaming.
Frying Tonight, with the wonderful Fenella Fielding, who basically did not get on with Kenneth Williams.
Right. Number 9, that is Shelley Duvall.
Here's Johnny.
In The Shining. Bev says, this is where the party's happening. Whoop, whoop. Samantha Abner is on YouTube. She was the other night as well.
Hello, Samantha.
Good to have you. Number 10, finally, that one here was 1982's Poltergeist. which was the story was by Steven Spielberg, but it wasn't directed by him.
Yeah.
Also, they found out that the bodies that they use in the graveyard scene are actually real bodies because it was cheaper to get them from a wholesaler than it was to make them.
Jesus.
Mm.
Speaking of Steven Spielberg,
What?
speaking of Spielberg, he did a mini-series called Taken years ago, around about the 90s. Really, really good. About 4 generations and linking into aliens.
I've tried to find it. Every time I try and search for it, I end up getting Liam Neeson.
I lent it to someone, the whole box set. It was absolutely amazing. It was just so well written, so well acted, and so well directed.
Paul said, can we get 1 point for Carry On?
No.
It was quite obvious it was a Carry On film. So maybe not on that one. Already seen Answer for Poltergeist. I've got no idea what's going on, Kathy. I'm so sorry, but I don't know where. I don't know.
Poltergeist is. We did that about 2 minutes ago.
No, Joe, I didn't star Liam Neeson. That's the other one.
No, it's trying to think. The guy who played Max Headroom's in it.
Matt Frewer.
Matt Frewer, yeah.
To make them, do you mean kill people? No, they just got bodies from. I can't remember where they got them from.
An abattoir.
Probably something like that. No, abattoir.
So green, isn't it?
Lorena says, "Oh my god, if it was for me, I would have got 2, but my splendid team got 20. So good for your team." My Facebook has gone back to 8 minutes before the start, said Bertie. Roy found that very hard.
Okay.
Do apologise, Roy. I just saw Paul's comment on Twitch as well. Grr. Okay, there we go. So that was your 10. So 20 points altogether for that one as well. And we'll pop on to there. Oh, good grief. Bertie's cheating, says Sarah. He's time travelling. God damn.
Yeah, it's cheating time. I can't get my words out tonight, can I?
Let's just move swiftly on then. Something weird as a foot. Something weird as a hand.
That's a weird foot. Where's my questions? I got my questions and answers the one wrong way round.
Well, that was silly, wasn't it?
No, I only have answers.
Oh, winter is here. It's having a hot chocolate with slugs of Baileys, says Sue. Nice.
Well, that sounds nice.
Kathy Jones says, I'm ahead of Kathy. Just got to the end of the quiz. Bev's Brainiacs one. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Do you have 2 sets of questions, though? Or you just got questions?
No, we've got questions and answers.
I've only got questions here.
Well, that's silly, isn't it?
Oh, no, I found them. No, it begins with. So that's not right. Oh, I don't. Oh, there we go. Found it. My fault. Right.
So, round number 4 is this. So sorry, I had the audio coming in too loud there. I do apologise. It woke you up at least. Okay, so it is Halloween knowledge. So these are all spooky themed questions in a general knowledge format.
That reminds the background that you've got for this one reminds me of Once Upon a Time. Robert Carlyle, playing the 2 different characters that he plays within it is just absolutely fantastic. He's gone really up in my estimation.
Oh, and a stunning turn of events. Bev says they're losing tonight. Oh.
They don't have their secret weapon. A cheat book. Only kidding.
I once went to I hosted a quiz and I found out that the team that were constantly in the top 3 or 4 positions, a group of fairly nice people, were cheating. They were using a little book full of statistics, which they then argued wasn't cheating. Well, I mean, if you bring an answer book to an exam, you are cheating. Is it going to be spooky geography, says Sarah? There are oh no. No, there are no geography questions.
No, I tried not to.
I did try. I did make it.
There is. There's one.
No, Frank, says Bev. Fair enough.
Number 10 is slightly geography.
Well, I mean,
isn't it?
Not really. Okay. What do you want to do? Odds or evens?
I'm going to do odds because there looks like less words to them. For no other reason.
Right then, off you go.
Question number 1. Halloween is also known as All Hallows Eve. What is the Christian religion's name for Hallows? Bertie, just take a step to the right.
Kathy Clark seems to have caught up,
Yay!
which is good. We've got some comments there. Bev says, my husband is a statistician. Is that cheating? Statistically, no. Is this a celebration of when Jesus turned into a vampire?
Spoilers.
End of the book. Just turned into a vampire. Number 2. Which country celebrates the Day of the Dead instead of Halloween, which includes a tradition of passing a live person in a coffin through the streets? Don't call it a comeback, Charlie. If anyone gets that reference, please do let me know. Well, you wouldn't.
All right, Mr. Dismissive.
Well, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't. Let's put comments in those that you won't get, hopefully.
Sure.
Question number 3 is one of our name any year questions.
As we didn't do it on Monday.
Yes. Name any year that Mary Shelley, creator of the novel Frankenstein, was alive. Did chooser choose this weekend then?
I have seen the quiz for the Worthingstown Choir. It looks like a very involved process.
Is it?
Quite an international thing you've got going, from what I gather from it. So, any year in which Mary Shelley created the novel Frankenstein was alive. The wrong button there. Moving on.
Number 4.
Number 4. Guising is another name for which late October practice? So, guising is another name for which late October practice? Perth is apparently mentioned in the Frankenstein novel.
Yeah, there's a typo on the word Earth. Kathy, just any year that she was alive.
Dear.
It's keeping up with the comments now. It's getting a bit hard to follow, isn't
It's
it?
a job in and of itself.
Yes. Whichever it was when I was on my own. Number 5. Who were the 2 male leads in Interview with the Vampire? The film I nearly fainted at the cinema. I was that close. The bit where he bites him and they fly up in the air.
Uh-huh. And who bites who? Don't give it away. I loved the books. I read them all when I was about... When did we go to Turkey?
Turkey was the Athens Olympics. Bertie, when was the Athens Olympics, please?
Sorry, say that again?
We went to Turkey when the Athens Olympics were on because we watched it
Right.
on one of the screens in the bar outside.
I love that you meant to say Charlie, but Bertie still answered. Oh, Bertie got it wrong. Oh, no.
Bertie got it wrong.
2004, he meant. Yeah, I read all the books when I was 13. I read them all on holiday. I went through a lot of books. Moving on. Number 6. If you were born on Halloween, what star sign would you be? Would you be Sagittarius or Scorpio? Athens Olympics was 1896, says Charlie Grant. Not them ones. 2904, says Joe. Yes. We also travelled with Kathy into the future. 2004.
That's busted again, isn't it? Year 3000.
Oh, dear. So 50-50 on that one. It's not hard or special, but neither am I, says Bertie. Anyway, I actually used to remember all the lines of Succession for Kings and Queens because it was on my friend's door. So whenever I used to come around to his house, he used to stare at it for a bit. I knew them all off by heart for a long time, but I've forgotten them.
Question number 7. True or false? Is this true or am I completely making it up again? Samenophobia is the fear of Halloween. Can you be feared of Halloween? I suppose you could. Is that true or is that me just making it up again?
If they fade me dates, I'd have to go to the toilet.
I'm just. It's getting more esoteric as the night goes on that live feed.
I actually think it's pronounced Sowain.
I just read it as it is on screen.
Pulp says, let's all wake up in the year 3000.
That's a point. How many pop songs are written about the year 3000? We've had 2 so far.
I thought Pulp was Disco 2000, not 3000.
I don't know.
Charlie said, I went to school with Sam Hain. Not much has changed, but we'll all live underwater, yes. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is pretty fine.
Dirty boy.
Number 8. What phrase...
Does she have purple hair? That's where it's coming from, Sarah.
What phrase with the initials JOL refers to the tradition of putting a light into carved pumpkins at Halloween? We might be out of lockdown by the year 3000. Busted was 3000, yeah. Unfortunately, Pulp was Disco 2000. Wouldn't it be strange we're all fully grown? Getting bad backache again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, she's only great. She's going to be bloody old. True. But, you know, medical advances might change in the next
Unless
years.
she travelled in a TARDIS.
Move on.
Number 9. This is a bit of a long one, so I'm going to read it from a screen sheet. It is traditional in Ireland to eat. Stop it! To eat barnbrack at Halloween. What is it? Is it roast pumpkin, fruit loaf, or roast chestnuts? What is barnbrack? The Irish call it barnbrack. What is it? Roast pumpkin, fruit loaf, or roast chestnuts?
Beat bats. Bad backache is a good kind. There isn't, Charlie, to be fair. Oh, good grief. I'm old.
I think Bev cursed the YouTube chat. She said, this is where the party is happening, and nothing has been said since.
It's a silent disco.
Okay.
And finally, question number 10.
We're actually going to finish on time tonight.
Number 10. When French explorer Jacques Cartier explored the St. Lawrence region of North America in 1584, he reported finding gros melons. What were they? Isn't barnbrack something to do with Nathan Barley? Sorry, Mark, we're too busy partying, says Charlie on YouTube. Fair enough.
That font is so small, I actually read it too busy parking. I thought they were in the car.
YouTube is on TV and Facebook on PC. Easy to type on Facebook than it is to get on the TV, says Bev. That's fair enough.
Indeed.
Calm down.
Paul's going a bit mental about huge 0-0.
Your mind out of the gutter. Barn Braxton's doing it. My favourite Nathan Barley thing was when I can't remember who it was. I think it was Noel Fielding's doing DJing on a set, and they're in the living room, and they're all just like waking up from the night before. He's like, "This song's really great. It gets really good about 8 hours in." I really love that.
Sorry, I just mentioned the word tits. Last week at the Dome in Brighton, Harry from Wife Swap USA, lead singer, basically had tit written across his t-shirt. Very punky. There is a live stream tomorrow if you want to watch it. It's £3. 4 amazing bands. Just saying.
Did you hear that?
That was like a scary ghosty sound.
Is that a wolf or something? Why did it do that?
I told you I keep hearing music. And then that was like a wolf. Did the mic pick that up at all? Did anyone hear that?
I didn't make that.
No, there's nothing that we're doing. I've told you I keep hearing these noises.
That's weird.
Tonight. And you didn't believe me. And it literally was like a wolf going, "Oh."
We haven't got anything planned, Bertie, to be honest.
Oh, it's just weird.
They've heard the wolf. I don't know what that was from then. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I wasn't part of the PowerPoint. And we haven't got anything open that makes noises. That's really strange.
Jackie's has actually commented again tonight and put, "That was a horror of a round." I do like it.
There you go. There is your recap.
It's like what I did with it. I got rid of the bottom bit because there was lots of words in this one, this round. The YouTube, we mentioned that.
Something happened on YouTube, did it? We seem to be live fine on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, if you look, we've just lost a lot of viewers on YouTube. It suddenly dropped to about half our viewers on YouTube.
Watching, I can't tell.
We're gonna let this loop run for quite a while, just to see you come back in, because we are ahead. But,
Yeah,
our stats have just literally shown virtually half of our audience on YouTube disappearing.
And also live chats in 2 places at once as well. I've got no idea what happened on there.
I think it's Kathy's fault. She's been the poltergeist. It's her who's got her fingers on the TV shouting, "They're here."
Now my phone's going off. What's going on? I'm so scared.
It is going mental, isn't it? It's going a bit weird.
I'm getting told I've got a reminder from Facebook to start my video at 19:59. What's going on?
This is all really bizarre.
I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm really sorry. We haven't done anything on purpose. All the fun stuff is out of the way now. This is just a regular
it was
quiz.
when that wolf kicked in. Literally, we lost half our audience on YouTube.
Sarah says both of our faces were pixelated and then skipped a bit, and then a wolf noise happened. Honestly, that's not.
We've literally not done anything specific to make that happen.
I don't know what that wolf noise is from because I didn't make it like that. I'm very confused. This is very strange.
Incredibly.
Anyway, get on
Moving on.
we think. No, we're still up to 24 viewers.
Yeah, it's not. Let's refresh. We're doing a refresh on YouTube, see if it comes back up again. No, it's still down.
I don't know. It is spooky, says for Samantha on YouTube. I don't know why it's doing it. Very odd. We've been hacked, apparently, says Charlie Grant. Oh my god, did anyone just see a shadowy shape behind Mark, said Bertie. Come on. Why am I seeing no people but clothes?
Oh, that's a little joke on the fleshless people.
Ah. I'm very confused. I would love for this to have been planned because this is like trippy as hell, but we've not.
No, we're just confused as much as you are.
Paul on Twitch said, "Ooh, spooky."
Yeah, we're gonna give it another loop round, I think, and then we'll go through the answers, just to give it. Samantha's just heard it again.
Really?
We have no idea what's going on. Genuinely, we have no idea what's going on. This is not something we've sorted.
What is that? I just got a message from
Can
Sarah.
you all turn your heads away for 1
I
second?
just got a message from Sarah to tell me to do that, so...
Ah, right. So, what's your team name, by the way?
I don't know if people are hearing the wolf noise again. I don't know what's doing it. Nothing's open to
I
make
heard it
noise.
once, but we're not hearing it again.
Nothing's open to make a noise. All I have is Spotify. The two... Kathy, you've gone out of sync again. Alex, who's that hideous monster next to you on the screen?
Okay, Andrea. I shall remember that one. When he marks you down, and I normally say, oh, we'll give 1 point, I won't be doing in future.
Come on, find something positive to say about these shenanigans. I don't know what's going on!
It is freaking us out. Oh, and then the phone's going whiz.
Thank you to the donation.
It's your phone that's making the noises now.
No, my phone's on silent.
But it's making the noises.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Might be in our heads, says Joe. Well, the fact that I've just watched our YouTube drop numbers by exactly half is definitely not in my head. Again, thank you for the donations. They are coming through on my phone for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah.
Right, let's go with the answers. Let's put the PayPal back on the screen so we can see that while you swap over. Is that how it goes?
That is how it goes. Mike, I don't know what's going on in the chat at all.
No, we don't know who's back and who isn't.
Culling, there's been a culling, says Paul.
Now that was deliberate.
Did you put that on then? Because I didn't.
No, I didn't put it on.
Okay.
I know it was deliberately on there because I saw the what's it file, the music file to it.
Samantha says, I heard it again on YouTube. Yeah, that one was intentional. Well, there's not much I can do, Sarah. He's sat next to me and I couldn't exactly just sort of look at him and make him jump. I tried. Jesus. Things are going bad enough without me trying to scare Mark. God. Right.
Just don't look at me.
No. There's a wolf, says Joe. Right. Here we go. So once again, these are all worth 2 points each. We've gone pixelated again, says Sarah. I don't know. Maria Reese says, get on with the answers. Quite right.
Kelly's just said, yeah, that's just me. I'm drunk and I've got a shaved head.
So number one, Halloween is known as All Hallows Eve, and the Christian religion's name for Hallows is Saints. All Saints Eve.
Because we have All Saints Day after Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Is he making that noise when donation arrives? It'd be funny if it did. Number two. Why don't you test it out, guys? Send us some more.
Kathy, this is round 4. I think Kathy's winding us up now.
Which country celebrates the Day of the Dead instead of Halloween, which includes the tradition of passing a live person in a coffin through the streets? It is Mexico. Dia de Muertos. Bet Matt Willis could make him jump. Indeed. Number three. Any year in which Mary Shelley, creator of the novel Frankenstein, was alive. She was born in 1797. She passed away in 1851. She was then brought back to life from a charnel house in 1852. Oh dear.
It's weirdly because what I'm up to in Once Upon a Time, we've just had Frankenstein in it.
Andrea Sankster said, I used to be a werewolf, but I'm all right now. Very good.
And then Bertie just put, Chris Cross will make him jump.
And Wendy said on YouTube, the wolf, their castle. Number four, guising is another name for trick-or-treating.
Or dressing up at Halloween, and if you've given me that, I'll accept it. Technically, it does include dressing up. And this stool I'm sat on is now getting awkward. So.
Number 2, the 2 male leads in Interview with the Vampire. They were Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Number 5.
Anne Rice, the writer of the book, was adamant that she didn't want Tom Cruise to play the role of Lestat. But then when she saw him in the film, she shook it all back and said he was absolutely amazing.
So if you're born on Halloween, what star sign would you be? You would be a Scorpio.
Halloween with a sting, eh?
Number 7, Sawanophobia is a fear of Halloween. It is in fact true.
True.
Everyone should be scared of Halloween. Love that song, takes me back to my clubbing days. Oh dear, makes you sound so old.
I'm saying nothing. Moving on.
Bertie says, Van Halen used to love Halloween too, always making everybody jump. Do, 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 do. Number 8. The phrase JOL, the initials, it is of course jack-o'-lanterns. What are you looking at, Lurch? Number 9. It's traditional in Ireland to eat barnbrack. Barnbrack is a fruit loaf.
Lurch is looking at Thing. Obviously you would call me Lurch because I'm so much taller than you.
Chat gone weird for anyone here. The comments keep flashing, says Sarah. Please don't. Please don't mess around.
Yeah, sure. Don't joke us now because it's bad enough as it is.
Number 10. When French explorer Jacques Cartier explored St. Lawrence region of America, he found gros melons. They were pumpkins. Big melons. Okay. Wow, tonight has been a weird one.
To say the least.
I would love it if we'd planned half of that to happen.
For Halloween, yeah, but it didn't.
Yeah. So give us your score at the side. Joanna Sanctor says, hello, I'm in YouTube land now. Welcome to YouTube land, Joanna. Or Joe, as you're known on Facebook.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah. So let us know your score on the side, guys, as well. And you can let us know on Twitch and YouTube. Sarah's not making fun of it. There actually is. Oh. Kathy, I honestly, I wish we could have helped you.
I'm not sure if she won it because she's saying she's...
We're not joking. I've not done any questions tonight.
I don't get it. I don't know what's gone wrong.
I think you are one of the only people to have any of these problems, unfortunately. So
if other people have got it, we can try and track it down. But because it's just personal to you, we don't understand why. I'm still struggling to understand your actual situation because you seem to be replying to us in the comments pretty quickly after we've mentioned things. Our worst score ever, says Joan Kaplan. 42 for the whole quiz. That's a shame. Sorry, guys. Chaos but fun, said Jackie Cartwright. Gangster's got 20. Well done. Right, let's take that off and put the score sheet behind us, I think.
There we are.
There it is. Clearly, if you are not putting any scores on the score grid,
which is fine, it's completely optional. Fiona says, total 64. Best score for us since doing the quiz. Joe says, massive melons. That's a bit rude, but that's what Jacques Cartier described them as. Big melons.
I've got 76 out of 78.
And Sarah got 74. Best we've done. I think someone on your team likes the horror aspect of it. 63 for us for Paul on Twitch. Joe, the gangsters. Your final scores were 17, 16, 18 and 20. So that gives you a total score of 71. What we did on the score sheet, yes. Final score was what? 74. Yeah.
So can we just go to big screen for a moment? I just want to... No, not that one. Proper big screen. There we go. Just something that I wanted to say is we've been lucky when we do our pub quizzes in pubs that we've managed to create interactions between people. Whether it's people coming and meeting up once a week as a team who don't normally see each other in the week, but they've just been friends, or whether it's just the teams interacting with each other. And then when lockdown came about, we sort of tried to re-establish that. We weren't thinking about any kind of money whatsoever with it. We just wanted those people who we knew in lockdown couldn't actually connect with each other to be able to connect with each other and then also the teams to do it. And that's why we created the virtual quizzes. Without getting political, it looks like eventually the whole of the country is going to go back into lockdown under tier 3. Some people are going to be left out and alone. So please do reach out to your local communities. Tell them about this quiz. Get them involved with what we're doing. It's a friendly bunch. It's a quiz for fun people. And we would just want to bring people who are lonely out there, who can't get in touch with each other, to join us and just be part of the family that over the past 6-8 months this has become. It's something special. We all have a good laugh. And I genuinely, if people haven't, it's free to enter. So if people want to join and they can't afford anything, that's fine. We just want people to be happy, because it's going to hit mental health in the next couple of months, and we really want people to be looked after, and that's what we want to try and do. I know it's a bit of a serious note to end the quiz on, but I think it is important. Please reach out to people in your regions, on your Facebook groups and things like that. Let them know we're here and we'll look after them. Thank you.
Yeah, well said. A lot of people have actually said as well, without trying to toot our own horn, that they have said that these quizzes have really helped them, which means the world, more than any amount of money given would ever do.
Some of the emails and personal messages we received have just been so heartwarming to read. Really, really have. Yeah,
and we'd love to make sure that anyone who feels alone out there, especially during lockdown, to join our community. We do talk to you. We will. You're not just a number. You are a player. You're a part of the audience, part of the family. So.
Would you like to bring new people in?
We do. So let's look at more comments. We've got a few people there. Charlie Grant got full marks. Jade got 69 out of 78. Best quiz yet. Roy said, considering the topics, 56 ain't too bad. So thank you very much for your comment, Roy. It's always nice. Bertie, I'm going to try and do less scary stuff tomorrow. I'm going to Halloween myself off. Bye-bye, Bertie. Joe says, tired of us, so possibly Mondays. 83 might have been a fluke. Emma Brooking, full marks for your quiz at Harry. Fantastic. Paul's off to see the Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1. I'll be joining you very briefly after this quiz as well, doing the same thing.
No, we're watching our other stuff first.
Yeah, I'll be watching my thing soon as well. Joe says, I'm grateful that my pal Jane Reed told about you guys. Loving being part of the Quiz Active family. We're happy to have you, Joe. Especially from your comments and your sharing. It really means a lot to us as well. Worst score ever for Sue.
Just going off to eat some garlic.
Keep the vampires at your door.
Thanks, Fiona.
Thank you very much, Florina, for your comment as well. Quizzards, definitely want to visit in person when we can. We'd love to have you. When we're back to normal, we'll let you know where we are every day of the week. Except for Kathy, because she can't watch the quiz apparently, says Sarah.
And Bertie being Bertie, I'm part of the family. That cousin you didn't know was part of the family. Smells a bit, makes awkward gestures towards Nanny, and farts a bit. Really welcome.
Okay, I think the scores are in as far as they're going to be. So let's get the scoreboard cam up and let's do a sort of the scores. That I said it without making a noise then. So there we go. You're a dark quizzed Harry. Your location, the pits of hell, are tying with the Expookables in London town, as well as Charlie and the Halloween Factory with 78.
I love how you've manipulated your team names. I do like this.
Yeah, good. Thank you very much, Bev. See you on Monday, and have a great weekend yourself. Thank you very much. Bluina says, my contribution to this quiz, almost nil. My team, however, aced it.
Brilliant. Good to hear.
Doesn't matter if you get a good score as long as you have fun. Thank you very much, Sarah. We'll see you soon. Bertie says, I'll help you chuck in another 10 and no straight. Oh, thank you very much, Bertie. It's very kind of you. So we've got a fairly close scores at the top. Unfortunately, a few people did say it was a little bit overly hard for you tonight, so I do apologise if it was too challenging. It's not the intention.
And my phone hasn't made any noises tonight. That's Halloween.
It is about being part of a large thing. Of course it is.
That's what we've always tried to do, is make people... That's why we did it, just to make people connect together and to be... and feel safe and connected.
Our quizzes have always been fun first, quiz after.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to give you another minute and then we are off. That's one of my chart blinds, says Bertie. Chuck in another tenner? It's not a chat-up blind, that's a proposition.
Yes, I was going to say one of my naughty jokes then, but I better not.
Best not. Yeah, so Samantha on YouTube, thanks for tonight, Mark and Alex. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday. See you on Monday, Sam.
See you on Monday.
Thank you very much for playing. Despite all the weird stuff that happened tonight, I really enjoyed it. I'm not feeling the best either. I am coming down with something. It may or may not be COVID.
I'll go completely off screen with that one.
Or being part of a bigger thing, as you chat up line to Bertie. Whew. We've passed the watershed at least. Good grief. I've also realised we're not playing any music, so that's probably been really awkward for that entire time.
Yes.
So I'll just put a bit of music on now for you. Bit of music. Up to there, why not? Coming down with something. Is it zombie disease? It may well be.
You'd know. Yes, let's leave the politics out of this.
Let's not go for that one. So we've got a tie, a 5-way tie, a 4-way tie, 4-way tie.
3
in second.
Oh, for seconds, yeah.
With the infamous 5, Exile for the Good of the Realm, Bev's Brainiacs, and Jamie's Giants.
Yeah, it seems to have been a quiz that lots of people did really well at it, and then a few people just really bombed.
But most people did say they had fun either way, so that's always pleasant.
Yeah.
Joe, cheers chaps, great quiz. If you want to do another great quiz written by me and Andrea Sangster, pop over to Bob Smitherman Facebook page tomorrow from 7 PM. You'll answer the first 2 questions. LOL. Julie Hardy, it's been
You mean
good.
we've used them already tonight?
Julie Hardy, it's been good. We can hear all the floorboard creaks and wind whistling through the attic space. Ugh. Bertie got 68. That's a shame, isn't it?
I thought exactly the same thing.
That's a real shame. Not quite there.
Yes, there are single points if you've got half a name.
That's true. Most of these you would get the name though fully.
Have we hit our 1 minute countdown?
We haven't, but we've been talking for another 3 minutes. So we are going to go now because I need to stretch my back. We need to put our food on, get ourselves ready. We've got Adele. Yes, indeed. Adele was worth 2 points. You know that. Okay, guys, thank you so much for playing. Thank you for donating, sharing, commenting, subscribing on YouTube, and all that other guff. We'll be back with you on Monday with our usual fare. Thank you very much for playing. Have a safe and wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.